Hello, hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. It is a hot one today. You can see my fan at max speed going right now. It's hot. You can see my hair. Hot. Hey, what's going on? Gather Together Homestead. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm going to see if I can. I got to mute this real fast. There we go. I want to see the participants. Okay, there we go. All right, so who's here with me right now, Glenn or Jessica? Yeah, so it is currently 95 degrees. Dave Collier, hey, new friend, what's going on? Nice to meet you. I'm Amanda. He is a new friend that I met on one of the Facebook groups for growing your YouTube channel. So we just connected. Glenn, what's going on, man? So yeah, it's like 95 degrees right now. I just went out and I checked my chickens. We have a fan on them. And we put a big block of, Mike froze a bag of water last night to put in their waterer. They were doing fine. One of my girls was in the nest box, supposedly laying. I don't know, but she was panting like crazy. I'm like, girl, quit messing around. Just do your business and get out. It's hot. It's obviously hotter in the coop than it is out in the run and stuff like that. So I'm like, get it done, girl. Just lay that egg and get out of here. Yes, it's very humid here too. I think we have like a 60% humidity right now. Ooh-wee. Hendrickson Family Farm, thank you for coming in. Hello, hello. Lisa, hi. Thanks for coming in. Yes, Mitchell, this is what I have to do, you guys. Where's my piece of paper? I have a piece of paper. I need to write this stuff down because I hear it and then I say it and then it just goes right out the other side. Chef, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. You won my love for you. That's what you won. And the joy of looking at me and the cute little baby. You guys, there's so much going on. It's ridiculous. I can't even keep up with the days. Chuck, hello, sir. Good afternoon. Janet, nice to see you. Oh, you're so sweet, Backlash. Are you still driving home or did you just get home? Yeah, with replaced airbags. Did you hear in Glenn and Jessica's live how much that was? $14,000 just to replace the airbags, you guys. So, yeah, we can start there, I guess. I I pretty much knew that my car was going to be totaled. It's a 12-year-old car with 130,000 miles. It was like our workhorse that we drove to and from the city to go to work. And we were using it because we can't fit 3 car seats in a row, or we can't fit 3 car seats in the back of it. It's a Santa Fe. And car seats are so, like, their bases are so wide, you just can't fit them in. So the only thing we can get all 3 boys in is our van. So Mike was using that to drive to and from work, and then I was using the van. So we knew it was only worth like $4,500 because it's a 12-year-old car with 130,000 miles. You're home now. I'm glad. It always makes me nervous when you talk and drive. Yeah. Insane. So I knew it was going to be a total because just looking at the car, I knew replacing the door was going to be expensive. Those tires we just bought in November. They're all brand new tires, but the one tire was totally destroyed. And then all the airbags. So all the side curtain airbags. So our liner in the top, it looks like a tent because everything collapsed down to open up to let the airbags come out. And then we had airbags built into our seats. And so those blew on the driver and the passenger. So both of those seats would need to be replaced as well. $14,000 just in airbags. Of course you did. You stopped and fished. But you caught one. At least you got one. That's something. So it was a total loss. But you guys, guess how much they gave me? Like what they valued my car, my 12-year-old car with 130,000 miles at. So it was before this whole craziness with cars, it was valued at $4,500. They gave me $10,000 for my car. $10,000 for a 12-year-old car with 130,000 miles on it. Like, I mean, this is not how we wanted it to go out. Like, and we both actually miss my Santa Fe. It was a V6. It had a lot of pickup. It was fun to drive. And because it was a 12-year-old car, we weren't as like, keep it all nice and stuff like that. So we both miss my Santa Fe. But because it was getting older, we replaced a lot of things. Mike had just done the oil on Sunday. And then on Monday, when he was coming home from work, is when he got hit. So he was like sitting in the cop's car waiting for the tow truck to come get him. And he was like, I just did the oil on that yesterday. Like, this is one of those things. But we knew that we were going to need to replace it eventually because we can't fit our boys in it and it's getting older and things like that. But we knew we weren't going to get anything for it because it's only worth $4,500. But when we got $10,000 for it, that opens up some doors for us, right? So, and, we're trying to buy a house too, so it's like, do we wait to buy a car? I'm not going anywhere. Like we're trying to get like our doctor's appointments done and things like that. So we do have a few appointments that I was going to borrow my mom's car or something like that we're trying to get all of our dentist appointments, and the dog has to get in for her last, checkup and all that kind of stuff before we lose all of our stuff. You would get a killing. So my Santa Fe that you guys saw on my last live is still sitting in my driveway. We cleaned it out this weekend, took off the tags and everything. And just, was it yesterday or the day before, some lady came and knocked on my door. And she's like, oh, I see your truck here is damaged and the plates aren't on it. Are you looking to sell it? And I'm like, no, sorry, my insurance company is taking it. They're totaling it. And she's like, just for that? Just for the door? And I'm like, no, all the airbags went off. It's 14 grand just to replace the airbags. And she's like, oh, what a shame. And I was like, okay, weird. But that's like the market right now. Annette, thank you so much for coming. Is it 4 o'clock in the morning where you are? Or 3 o'clock in the morning where you are? Unreal. So now that we're getting 10 grand for it, we're like, well, so what do we do? Do we wait to buy another car? Because we're also, and then the other thing is, so prices are through the roof. Mike really wants a truck, and truck prices are astronomical right now. But we're going to need to, either we were going to buy a new car here in Illinois and then register it in Illinois, and then eventually need to, in another month or whatever, register it in Tennessee. Or do we wait until we move down to Tennessee? But then comes in hello, Jessica's Dumpsters girls. I've seen you before, but thank you very much, Backlash, for sending her over. Welcome. So I really didn't want to buy a car here, have to register it in Illinois, and then have to register it again in Tennessee. But then we started looking into it, looking at the same car, buying it in Illinois, registering it in Illinois. And then registering it in Tennessee, and then buying that same car in Tennessee and registering it in Tennessee. And the crazy thing, so Illinois, as you guys know, I am not a fan of, even though I live here and I've lived here my whole life. That is why I'm not a fan of it. But they screw you on a lot of things. And I kid that Illinois and California like duke it out to be like the best of the worst, the worst of the worst, or you know what I mean. But when it comes to cars, like people move out of Illinois and move into Indiana because of taxes and politics and blah, blah, blah. So they're close enough that they can work in the city, but then they don't get all the taxes and stuff that Illinois gives them. However, their cars in Indiana, buying a car and registering the car in Indiana, Danny's texting me. I'm live, girl. I can't look at you. Buying a car in Indiana and registering it in Indiana is like twice the price that it is in Illinois. Also, apparently, that's the same. The same is true for Tennessee. So Mike wanted a truck. We have more trucks available up here. So supply and demand. We just have more readily available trucks, so they're cheaper here. And then I do have to pay Illinois registration, but then to transfer our plates to Tennessee is only $26. If I was to buy the truck in Tennessee and go through all of their registration, it would be way more. 4 a.m. Just woke up. Yes, please go back to bed. I appreciate you coming in. Sweet dreams. Watch the replay. There's lots of information. You're a doll. All right. They're not cheaper. We looked. Girl, you're funny. I'm like, Danny, you're texting me. I can't read this. I'm reading all my comments, and that's hard enough for one person. I was just laughing when this morning Glenn was like, oh, I don't have Jessica here to help me. And I'm like, oh, must be nice to have an extra set of eyes every time you're on the live. I'm over here trying to multitask and do all this other kind of stuff. I'd love an extra set of eyes. Uh-oh. Trouble's just come to town, huh? That's so cute. No worries, girl. I just think it's funny. So anyway, I'll read those later. Okay. If I could just get him to like not scream, that would be great. That would really be great. So we priced it out, and it's actually cheaper to buy the car up here, register it in Illinois, and then pay the $26 just to transfer it to Tennessee registration. Who knew? Who knew? So let me see if I can do this. I think, am I doing the right thing here? I am. Isn't she pretty, guys? We bought a 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn. And we think she's gorgeous. We actually named her. I've never named a car in my life. Yes, I like that too, Danny. All right, let's see. Let me get this down so that I can stop screen. There we go. All right. Bearded Eagle, welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. So her name is Celine. And it's a twofold name. One, if you guys don't know, Mike and I work together. That's how we met. I trained him, blah, blah, blah. But we had a coworker who and we're surgical nurses. And so it's nurses are a very female-driven force or whatever. But she was a very strong-willed woman. And then she got cancer that she should not have survived from, point blank. And all the odds were against her. And she did it. So that was one. And then the other thing, the other part of that was also Celine from Underworld, and you know how she's always in like the black leather spandex outfits. Kind of dorky, but Mike is a big movie guy. And I was like, you know what? It fits. Kate Beckinsale is gorgeous. And she looks really hot in that outfit. And I think that truck is gorgeous. So I'll go with it. Oh, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it. Well, I hope that I don't have to replace these airbags, Jesse. I hope I never have to find that out. Yeah, so this is Mike's dream truck. He's wanted a truck for years. And I wouldn't be caught dead in leather spandex. Not a chance. Oh, sure. I didn't even know that. Well, I guess I did, but I forget that Catwoman's name is Selene. Like, I just think of Catwoman. Thank you, Danny. Everyone's got their thing. Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't be caught dead. What? Oh, Catwoman, Catwoman. Not your best one, Jesse. Not your best one. Okay, so, oh boy, did we pay for this truck. I've never owned a truck, you guys. I actually got B plates. Does anyone know why truck plates have a B and not like a T or something like that? It just seems silly to me. Anyway, boy, did we pay for this thing. I paid twice as much as I should have. I paid for a brand new, fully loaded, extravagant truck. I'll tell you that much. We paid a lot. And they wanted us to pay a lot more. And you know how you can go, and so it was kind of full circle because my Santa Fe is a Hyundai, obviously, and Mike found that truck at a Hyundai dealer, like someone traded it in for a Hyundai. And I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. My Hyundai dies and I get this Ram that's at a Hyundai dealer. But so we found it on their website, and then we did like the price calculator, and for 72 months and however much we were willing to put down, I figured out our payment, and it was under $500 a month. Then you get there and they put this and this and this and this and this on. And his lowest payment at 84 months was like $768. And I choked. I was like, what? What good is your online calculator if it's going to quote me $498 for 74 months and you're going to quote me $768 for 84 months? Oh, no. And so he was like, no joke, man. No, I would not even doubt that they would pay that. I got 10 grand for a 12-year-old car. It's ridiculous. Oh, that's really nice. You bought it new though? When you bought it, was it brand new? Glenn? Now or then? I'm confused. Yes, it was new. Okay. And I know they do that to get you in the door, but a difference of over $300 a month? Like, I didn't think it was going to be that big of a difference. And he goes, so I almost like spit up, and I deal with all of our finances. And so Mike's like looking at me like, that's it. We're done. We're out of here. And he's like, so what were you looking for? And I was like, we need 500. And then he almost died. Yeah. Crazy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we paid for it. And Mike's like, before all this inflation and stuff, yes, crazy. Joe, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it. I just showed everybody my new toy. Here, let me see if I can share it again. Because my car got totaled. I don't know if you saw that. I'll show it one more time. Just for Joe. Am I showing it? I can't tell yet. But this is our new car. There's a delay, sorry. Let me see. I'm gonna say I'm not sharing it. I thought, nope, here we go. Sorry, guys. Here we go. So this is our new truck that we just bought because my car got totaled. And stop screen. Okay. I was going to say something about inflation and I can't remember. Oh, Mike was saying that before inflation, like trucks were like 27 grand. And I was like, what? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that now. Oh, I know you're hot. So there's that. No one was injured. Mike got some road rash on the inside of his arm because all of the airbags deployed. So like the nice tender inside of his arm got like snapped with the airbag, but that was it. Thank God. So we did that this weekend on Saturday until 9:30 with all three boys with us. Actually, they did so good. I can't believe how well they did. But it was a nightmare. So that was the whole car fiasco, and the Santa Fe still is not picked up. I don't know if you guys could see it in the picture. My Santa Fe was still sitting in the back. I think it's getting picked up tomorrow, but I still haven't heard from them. It was supposed to be picked up on Thursday, but no one's called me to tell me, hey, we're coming tomorrow to pick up your truck. I sent my title yesterday. Today I sent like the little piece of paper at the bottom of the title saying that to the Secretary of State, saying I no longer own this vehicle. And hopefully that Santa Fe will be picked up tomorrow, because now we're parking, it's our trailer and then this much space, and then the truck, and then this much space, and then the van, because now Mike is driving the van, because he is not taking that beautiful truck downtown and parking it in a teeny tiny Chicago parking garage. Oh, no, that's not happening. So guess who gets to drive this big, beautiful truck? Mommy! With 3 babies. We already have all the car seats. You guys, I can fit 3 car seats, those wide base car seats, in a truck. I can't even do that in my van. Hunter has to sit in the back seat, and he hates it. He doesn't like being so far away. He feels out of touch with everything. So now that's my mom-mobile. And I'm not sad about it at all. So then let me tell you guys, I got to look at my camera, or not my camera, my calendar, because that's just one of our dramas, right? So then there's the whole house thing. Yes. So then there's the whole house thing, right? So on Memorial Day, I had my realtor come to our house to see the house for the first time. Nina, welcome. Thanks for coming. I'm just starting the conversation about what's going on with our house. So she came over on Memorial Day to see the house for the first time, look it over, tell us what she thinks we should do. We told her when we want to be out, when we want closing to be, all that other kind of stuff. She told us that we needed to get this whole house painted. Like this wall behind me is a green wall. You guys are on like a buffet table or like a breakfast bar, and underneath me is that same color green, and then everything else is cream. And then there's a wall here down my hall that's also that accent color, but she wanted everything gray. And then downstairs I had painters come out. I had 2 different companies come out to give us quotes. It was going to be $3,000 to paint the whole house, which wasn't terrible. I was expecting a lot more because it's the whole house. I appreciate you, Backlash. Hit those thumbs up, guys. So that was Memorial Day that she came. So she wanted us to paint the whole house. So I called those people. And they came out Friday and Saturday. Then on, I think, Saturday or Sunday of that week, she texted me and she said, "Hey, there's a guy looking to relocate. And he wants a big backyard that's fenced in because he has a dog. Would you mind if he came and checked out the house?" And I was like, what? It's not on the market. It's not clean in the least, you guys. Like, I have 3 kids. I can only clean so much. Definitely not to the point of just like showing condition, right? And I was like, is that a good idea? Like, I'm totally not ready to show this house. And she's like, he knows it's not on the market. He's lucky he's getting to see it. Do what you can. And he's going to come on Monday. And I was like, okay. So on Monday, I busted my butt. I had this kid in my wrap all day. the boys, I like put on a movie and I was like, sit here, don't move, don't talk to me, nothing. And I busted my butt on cleaning out this house. I pulled up rugs. I put away boxes. Like, I have a 1-car garage. You don't even want to look in my 1-car garage because I just took a bunch of crap and I threw it in there. And I did all this stuff. And that's at 4:00 when Mike called me and said, hey, I've been in a car accident. And I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, I can't deal with this right now. He ended up not coming on Monday because he had to work, this relocation guy. And she's like, okay, I'll bring him tomorrow evening. And I was like, okay, fine. That gives me some extra hours, right? So he came Tuesday at 6:00 while we're eating dinner. And I got to say, you guys, I did a fantastic job. I told my realtor, I'm slapping lipstick on a pig here. I'm doing everything that I possibly can to make this house beautiful. And I made this house look beautiful. And now it looks like the same it always does, because it doesn't take long with 3 kids for your house to look a wreck. So then he came through and I was texting my realtor until 10:00 that night. He was asking all questions about our solar, how it works. It's a leasing system, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, tell him that because I had set up to have the painters come the following Tuesday to paint the whole house. And I was like, tell him that I'm painting the house. So the walls won't be the same color. They're going to patch a bunch of stuff. Hunter's ceiling needs some patchwork and stuff like that. No worries, Bearded Eagle. Thank you so much for even being here. I'm like, let them know that all these repairs are being done so it'll look spick and span and brand spanking new in a week. And then she was like, he actually was asking if you wouldn't paint and you would just give him the credit for that in like the purchase or whatever, so that he can paint it the way that he wants to paint it. And I was like, if that's what he wants, okay. Don't be scared. Hold on, baby bird, I'll feed you. And so he was very interested. She's like, you're one of his top 3, because he had seen like 4 other houses before me. I was his last house of the evening. And then she's like, you're one of his top 3s. He really likes your yard. The other houses that he saw were smaller at the same price and all this other kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, that's great. And then he wanted to come back on Wednesday, the following day, to see it again. And I was like, okay, that's not a bad thing. On Thursday, I signed the papers. Our house has been under contract since last Thursday. And he gave us, instead of, so if you guys have watched any of my gardening videos, you've seen my horrendous hot tub in the back. The cover is completely weathered and destroyed, and I haven't run it in 3 years because there was a crack and there was a slow leak in it when I was pregnant with Cole, my middle son. And so we just winterized it because I was pregnant. We weren't going in it anyway. And I just never fixed it, never put in the money to fix it because I was always pregnant and doing something. Oh, thank you so much, Joe. Oh, there's no carpentry projects. We're good. So I was selling that hot tub as is because it'll work. You just need to buy like a $500 cover and then fix the leak. And so he was like, he gave me 5 under list price with no credits. And I was like, so I don't have to paint anything. So he didn't want the credit for paint. He's like, I could pay her the asking price and then ask for credits for everything, or I could pay her just under and not ask for credits, whichever would be easier. And my realtor's like, just pay her the little bit under with no credits. That's easier in closing. And I was happy with that. So my house has been under contract since Thursday. Kona! Amazon is here. God forbid. Yes. Happy dance. Good Lord. And so now we're doing, we had our inspection this weekend, and they found mold in my attic, which we're not really that surprised about. There's no ventilation in our attic. So that's super unfortunate. So we got to remedy that. So we got the mold remediation guy coming out, and we can't be in the house for that, but we're going to be out of town at my dad's house whenever he closes on that. And that's been a saga. He was supposed to close June 3rd. Yes, she sounds really scary, but she's not. But she's very impressive, and I'm not upset about it at all, because I want people to be terrified. People to come to my door. Yes, sound like a Yeti. She's this cute little dog. Granted, she weighs like 80 pounds. But she sounds a lot bigger than she is. It's impressive, isn't it? Death to these Amazon driver. So my dad was supposed to close on June 3rd on his house. And we're living in my dad's basement, if you guys don't know that, until we can find a house that we can buy. So he was supposed to close June 3rd. Everything was good on both sides. And then the inspector cited that, my dad's driveway goes downhill and around a corner. So there's a retention wall on his driveway, and there wasn't a gate or a fence or anything on the top of the retaining wall. So it was cited for safety. And so they put up can you guys hear him giggling and cooing and stuff? Making all of his little baby noises. So they put up a fence literally the next day. My dad's realtor in Tennessee, her husband went over and put up the fence immediately. So then they needed the inspector to come back out, look at the fence, and give it the okay. And he just did that yesterday. And today's the 15th. So yesterday was the 14th, and we were supposed to close on the 3rd. So we were supposed to close on the 3rd. Mike and my dad were supposed to go down on the 10th to bring a load and our pontoon boat. And then we're moving my dad down on the 4th of July. And then we're taking another load down when we move my dad. So we needed that 10th weekend, like June 10th weekend, to get one load down. And because they didn't close, now they might go down this weekend, but they're still not closed. They might close on Monday, but our realtor has like a garage right off the highway, and she's like, well, you can bring your stuff down and you can put it in my garage. I'm like, a pontoon boat, a motorcycle, and a swing set, like you have room to store this stuff? And she's like, yeah, it happens more times than you would think. She's like, I'm holding for another buyer a bunch of koi. He had like a koi fish business, and something similar happened to him where he didn't have a place to put his, like, something fell through and times didn't work out for them. And so he needed a place to put his koi. So she's got all these tanks of koi that she's holding on to. And I'm like, okay, because we need to take these things down when we're not like taking our stuff down. So I think they're going to go this weekend. I don't know. We still don't know. And then my dad might just stay down there if they're going to close on Monday so that he can be there and actually sign the papers, because otherwise it takes time for him to send it here, sign the papers, send it back. Because then the following weekend is Hunter's birthday. And we're having a big birthday party because it's not only his birthday, but it's kind of like our going away party. So we can't do anything that weekend. And then the weekend after is when we're moving my dad. So it's like we're coming real thin, cutting real close on our weekends in which we can move things down. And then when I was on Glenn and Jessica's live this morning, I get a call from Tennessee. And it was Hunter's school asking me when I can bring him in so he can get screened, because he's a kindergartner. Like they want to like test him in his colors and things like that. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to be down there in a couple of weeks. I guess we can do that. Just add it to my list of things to do. But yes, awesome realtor. Absolutely. So I think they're just going to like drive down, leave it at her garage or her storage unit or whatever. And then, like I said, my dad's going to stay down there. Like we would leave our actual trailer with all the stuff on it. And then he'll stay down there, sign the paperwork. When he gets the keys, he'll pick up our trailer, bring it to his house, and then unload it by himself to bring the trailer, an empty trailer, back because we need it for our subsequent trips. So, but we don't really know what's going to happen. That's just kind of where we've been at. It's been crazy. Drop the link there if anyone wants to come up here and chat. I think I've caught you guys up on all the things. I got an HVAC guy coming today at 5 to check our AC unit and our furnace, because right now we're in the attorney review period and it ends tomorrow. So all the things have to, like, we have to decide what things from the inspection we're going to fix and what we're not going to fix and stuff like that. And we're kind of in like that negotiation process. So the HVAC guy's coming today at 5 on the hottest day of the year. We're at 95 degrees right now. And I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning to bake my sourdough bread because I started it yesterday, not thinking. And then over the weekend, I had, there he is.
How's Amanda?
What's going on, Glenn?
Good. No, not much. Just working on making dinner, waiting on Jessica to get back. She took the boys up to see a friend of hers that recently had a baby, so
Oh, fun.
she went to get her baby fix.
Yeah, exactly. What are you making? Anything good?
Beef stroganoff.
Ooh, yummy. I haven't made beef stroganoff in.
I saw a guy on retired in 40.
Right.
Retired at 40, I think it was. He does a lot of freeze drying.
Mm-hmm.
So he did a beef stroganoff recipe the other day and put it in his freeze dryer. So I was like, that looks kind of good and sounds good. So I'm making that. So
oh, nice.
Whatever leftovers will go in the freeze dryer. So
just to throw it in with the leftovers.
No,
right?
We'll have it for dinner. Yeah, the leftovers will go in. So
yeah, that's awesome.
That's what I'm working on right now. I just got done folding clothes and doing all the mom stuff. So
doing all the mom stuff, please don't give me that crap. Oh no.
No, I stayed home today, so I've been doing stuff here instead of going to the city for work today. I'll go tomorrow, so I try to build up stuff before I go to the city for work because it's about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour one way for me to go up there. So I make it worth my time and fuel, and I make a full day out of it. So tomorrow will be the day. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony, what's going on? Welcome.
Their live stream must have just ended or something. He was live with Leanne and all of them earlier. So
right.
But that truck looks nice.
Yeah, she's a beaut. I'm pretty happy with it.
Didn't you say, though, you wouldn't be caught dead in the truck?
No, I said I wouldn't be caught dead in a leather spandex suit like Celine from...
Okay. I was going to say, now you're all digging the truck.
No. No, Backlash was saying that was going to be my Halloween costume, and I was like, oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
It's funny. No, that's a good-looking truck. Is it four-wheel drive, or was it two-wheel drive?
Four-wheel
drive. That's good. You'll like that in Tennessee when you get some of the snow and stuff up there.
Oh yeah.
You guys probably get a lot of snow there where you're at anyway. So
yeah.
Four-wheel drive's a must. But I won't stay on here. I just want to jump on and say hi. So
well, awesome. Thank you so much for popping up.
Not a problem.
Enjoy your beef stroganoff.
Oh yeah, we will. I gotta wait for Jessica to get home with some noodles. So no homemade noodles today.
That is an important ingredient in beef stroganoff, I suppose.
So all right, Amanda, we'll see you.
All right, see you later. Thanks. All right, let's see what else is going on. Tony, did you just get off of your live with Black's Tropical and Mennonite? How'd that go? I didn't unfortunately get to check in on that one. It's all good, Jen. It's all good. Yeah, we all have things to do. I just told everyone that my house has been under contract since Thursday, and we bought a new truck. So that's what you missed. And I dropped my link if anyone wants to jump on. All right, let's see. What else did I miss? New comments. Here we go. Yes, lots going on. Okay, done with the table saw for the day. What are you doing with the table saw? Hey, what's up? Yeah, you want to turn around? Ooh. Yes, Tony, that means it's sold. It was not even on the market. Thank you so much for coming by, Janet. I truly appreciate it. The only guy to see my house bought my house. He saw it on Tuesday. Saw it again on Wednesday, signed the papers on Thursday. So we were very excited about that. And then Saturday night, we bought our truck. It's been a busy 2 weeks. Last week was I did not post any videos last week. I barely knew what day it was last week. It was hard for me to keep up. And Mike's like, so we start the week with losing a car. We end the week selling our house and buying a new car. What's going to happen on Monday? I'm like, nothing's going to happen on Monday. Please, nothing's going to happen on Monday. I can't handle it anymore. Cutting a custom wood mount to be able to slide on and off my rod holders for a gorilla cart. We have a gorilla cart. So the cart will carry gear. So for fishing rod holders. Are you making a video of this? We bought a gorilla cart. It's a funny story, actually. We bought a gorilla cart from Home Depot. And we had it delivered to our house. And I was expecting a box to put it together. We got the new one with the big yellow release handle on it. Fancy schmancy, whatever. And I think I was actually on a live when it was delivered. And my Ring notification went off, and I was like, oh, they're delivering the gorilla cart. I get off the live, and Mike texts me, and he goes, do you see what's at our front door? And I'm like, I'm assuming it's our gorilla cart. Why? And he goes, look out the front door. It's just the cart. The delivery driver just rolled up the cart and plopped it in front of the door. I was like, it's put together? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's not how I was expecting to get it. And that's not how I wanted to get it, because we weren't going to put it together and use it here. We got it for Tennessee. I'm not doing any projects here in Illinois that would warrant it, and it would pack much nicer put together in a box than assembled in those big meaty tires and all that other kind of stuff. So I was like, well, I'm not really happy about that, but I guess we don't have a choice. So I go out there and I look at it, and there's literally just a put together cart sitting at my front door. And I was like, that's weird. And then I look at it, and there's something pink. So a gorilla cart, you can take the handle off, and there's like a pin with like those pressure pin holder things that look like a bobby pin. I don't know what they're called. There's something pink there, and that metal pin holder thing wasn't there. It's something pink. And I'm like, what in the world is that? And I look at it and I pull it out. It's a strawberry Starburst wrapper that someone rolled up like a cigarette and stuck through the pin to hold the pin on. Like someone stole the pin holder and inserted a strawberry Starburst wrapper to hold on the handle. And I was like, what in the heck? Right. Yes. It's not totally sold yet, but for all intents and purposes, it basically is. Because there's not really anything else going on. We're just figuring out he's already pre-approved and all this other kind of stuff. There's not a whole lot that can go wrong at this point. Belt Loop, thank you so much for coming in. Catfish Curtis, thank you for coming in. I'm not familiar with you, but welcome. Yeah, and it was super creepy. I'm like, why would they deliver a put together cart? So then I started like looking at it, And it looks like it had been outside. Yeah, it was really creepy. I started to make a video about it, but then I was like, this is too weird. Maybe I shouldn't put this out. You missed a lot. We bought a truck. We sold our house. Things like that. But you're all cut up. And Mike's home. So we called Home Depot and we're like, this looks like garbage. It looks like it's been left outside. There's a strawberry Starburst wrapper used as like a pin holder. I wanted this in a box, not assembled. What's going on with this? And they're like, we have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry about that. You can return it. And I was like, okay, well then I guess we're going to return it. So we couldn't, I don't remember. Were we allowed to, did we just bring it back to Home Depot? Yeah, we just brought it back to Home Depot and then we got a better deal at Lowe's that was actually like in a box so that we can pack it away. It was insane. Who could buy a car? I missed something. Nothing. It was just a cart, Jen. It is truly that bizarre. It was very bizarre. But if nothing else, it just gave us a laugh at the end. After the creepy value went away, I should say, we laughed about it and we got a better deal at Lowe's. So whatever. So I have a gorilla cart and you did not make a video on this. I'm interested to see what you're referring to. Does someone else have a video of putting like a rod holder on their gorilla cart? That's interesting to me. Bro, why are you turning away from me? Look at, he's like, I don't want to look at you anymore. I'm going to turn away. Well, hello, Broke Farmer. Welcome. Where are you coming to us from? Yeah, big mistake. Huge. Not my problem. Not my problem. Whatever. Home Depot's just down the street. It wasn't that big of a deal. But that was my gorilla cart story. But the only good thing about that story is that Mike had gone to the store and tried it. And it's got like a 0 turn because it's like the new fancy one. And so he had tried it out, but I hadn't. So the only good part of that is that I got to like drive it around and check out the 0 turn and check out that new handle release that it comes with. And I was obviously holding him like I always am. And I was able to dump it if I needed to. And I was like, hey, at least I got to try it since we're not going to be building it until we're in Tennessee. Just to show me. I would love to see it. You have my interest piqued. Oh, wonderful, Chuck. Such a good man. His birthright is there. Oh, God, you guys. Woo, so hot. So hot. So at least something good came out of that super creepy experience. But it was funny just to go to the door and open it up and it was just there. I was like, It was an unnerving thing. Oh, the temperature just went down like 10 degrees. Whew. All right, so I just dropped that stream link again. If anyone wants to pop in, I've just unloaded a lot of information, and we have a lot of new people that are just joining in, I think I exited out of. Ooh, I'm intrigued. Like what? Creepy things happen all over the place, man. You know, neither do I. Every time I'm on StreamYard, I do something new. Every time, oh no, this is not sweet tea. This is cranberry juice, or a splash of cranberry juice and ginger ale. It's like my favorite sweet treat. I don't drink pop. This was my favorite thing to drink when I was pregnant, and then it just became my favorite thing to drink because it's refreshing and it's bubbly. Oh, come on. Way too creepy to share. Now I really have to know.
You get over here 4:30.
What?
Your dad's coming about 4:30.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's other things that are going on. Hello, sir.
You said something about being creepy, so that's why I thought I'd jump on.
Right, it fit, didn't it?
It fits, right?
Insert Jesse here.
Insert Jesse here, you're right. You're talking about creeps. But I got a bone to pick with you.
What's up?
That's the only reason I'm jumping on.
Let's hear it.
I watched a video on this pancake batter that you can make.
You're really hooked on this batter thing. What's up?
And I noticed you put vanilla in it.
I didn't put vanilla in it.
No, you did put some vanilla in something because you used a little bottle of vanilla.
So listen, I made in that half-gallon jug.
Right.
That's all dry ingredients. So then I took out two scoops.
Enough to make breakfast for the kids.
And that vanilla is what I put into like our mix. Like I added vanilla, I added cinnamon, and I added chocolate chips.
I got that. The bone I got to pick with you is you use that Kroger or grocery store vanilla over that $100 bottle of vanilla I sent you. Shame.
First of all,
no,
I don't have one of your fancy Mexican
you're not crawfishing out of this one.
vanillas. And second of all, that is homemade vanilla. Way better. Way better than your Mexican stuff.
Yeah. Hey, so what did it take? About 2 years?
Yeah, the longer the better. Yeah.
No, but so what is there? You can't use it up. I mean, let's say you have to have at least 18 months.
So I have used it like in a pinch at 6 months, and it's just not as strong.
Oh, okay. So it's not really. Is it more alcohol still whenever you use it?
It's just more concentrated. So like as you're brewing it, you got to agitate the beans.
Right.
And so every time you do that, it incorporates into the alcohol more and more and more. So 6 months of doing that versus 2 years of doing that, it's just way more concentrated.
And you're doing this like on a monthly basis, a weekly basis?
Yeah, I know. I mean, if I remember, it's like on a monthly basis, and I have them in like next to my plates. So like I see them every day, and I just look at them like I know I'm supposed to be doing something with that, but I just am not.
I think that's the neatest little process that you can make your own vanilla. But it takes, putting the liquor in with the vanilla beans. And then if you can find the vanilla beans. Congratulations on the new vehicle.
Are you talking to Mike in the background?
No, I'm talking to you. You said you were driving it. The Mike wasn't going to get to touch it.
I didn't say he wasn't going to get to touch it. I just get to drive it more.
I'm just trying to get
home yesterday.
I'm just trying to get you in trouble.
To take my title that we needed to send back. He drove the van home, parked it, got my title, and then jumped in the truck just to take it down to the FedEx. And I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so you're not moving. You don't have to tell me exactly where you're moving, but you're moving like near Nashville somewhere?
So I'm basically smack dab in the middle of the Nashville, Knoxville, Chattanooga triangle.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking it only takes from where they're at there about 7 hours, 6 or 7 hours to drive to where you're going, right?
I'm like right in there somewhere.
Yeah. So that's not a bad trip. I was thinking if your husband and your father or whoever else was driving, is it going to take like 15 or 20 hours? No, it's only
they're gonna take a longer. It takes about like 8 hours for us. Like normally, but if they're trailering things, they're actually going to go through Nashville because it's a more straight shot and not through all those like crazy back windy roads. So that adds about an hour. And then with stops, it's more like 9.5, 10 hours.
Yeah. Well, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be because I was thinking you were going to be way far east, but you're not on the eastern side of Tennessee.
I mean, we are on the eastern side.
I mean, you're not on the coast, though, right?
Not what?
You're not near the coast.
No.
So, yeah.
No.
So, yeah.
I'm not like right outside of Asheville or anything like that.
Well, what's the terrain like where you're going to be? Is it hilly, mountainous, flat?
Well, my dad bought a lake house. He's on the lake. And so, but it's a huge lake. It's pretty mountainous around there.
And you guys haven't really settled anywhere, but where he's going to live is pretty mountainous, right?
Yeah. And
you plan on, I assume you plan on staying close to him somewhere, right? Not within.
Yes, that is the plan. He chose where he lived based on where we want to live.
Oh, okay. Well, that's going to work out.
They call me Sunshine. Welcome. Thank you so much. Oh, you're at an appointment. Well, I appreciate you stopping in and saying hi. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, Shane, I didn't see you pop in here. Thank you so much.
The best of the best of the best.
Awesome.
Well, anyway, I just wanted to pop in just to say hello. I'll give others a chance to pop in and
giving me gruff about me using my homemade vanilla.
Hey, I was
and
impressed.
I didn't get any of your vanilla. I wasn't privileged enough.
Well, because you said you have your own. That's okay. Well, whatever. What about the why did you use Arm & Hammer? What was it? The
baking powder?
The baking mix that you used. The pancake mix that you use. Bisquick. Yeah, Bisquick. Is there a reason why you picked Bisquick over like
we just like it. That's what I've always grown up with. Okay. I like Bisquick. That's just what's always been our like go-to to make.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be Bisquick. It can be any kind of biscuit batter or dough or whatever you want to call it. Right?
Yeah, I was just mimicking the if you flip over the Bisquick mix, it tells you how to make waffles and biscuits, and then it has like a line there that says ultimate pancakes, and it just has extra baking powder, sugar, vanilla, and vegetable oil that makes it the ultimate. So they're sweeter and fluffier. Yeah. So that's always a crowd pleaser.
I know what Lisa does. So you use what, 2 cups it was? You use 2 cups of the dry?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what she would do is whatever she's making, she'll make like 2 cups pouches for the vacuum sealer, and she'll vacuum seal all the dry stuff.
So she doesn't have to measure it later?
Exactly. So she just has them all measured out, 2 cups, and it's all vacuum sealed, and it lasts, however long it lasts, but a lot more than having to put it in the refrigerator. Here in Texas, it's so dang hot and humid. Mm-hmm. You have to put it in some kind of storage or in the refrigerator. So,
I guess that would be something. I haven't had to deal with that. I mean, we're humid up here, but we're not that humid.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick. Thank you so much for stopping in. Not sure which one she's talking about. Making the big batch or making the small individual bags?
Yeah, I don't know. Genius. She must be talking about you, not me. Or maybe she's talking about Lisa. I don't know.
Too hot for filming, huh? I couldn't believe it. Chris was having so much technical difficulty that one morning she was trying to go live and her phone kept dying out. That has like never even like crossed my mind that it could be so hot that would happen. Cause we get in the hundreds here.
You talking about in Arizona?
Mm-hmm.
No, it gets hot there, but it's a different kind of hot.
Yeah.
I thought they were having 50s and 60s weather.
Well, yeah, it wasn't recently, but she was trying to show us like her homestead, like her farm before it started really growing, and the heat was so hot that her phone kept dying.
Oh, okay.
And so then she had to come back inside. She kept having to come back inside.
Yeah.
But I can't even fathom heat like that. I don't know what that would be like.
I keep looking up.
And we went actually to Arizona for our like baby moon. It was our anniversary, our first year anniversary, and our baby moon like wrapped into one. And we went to Tucson, and dang, it was hot. And I was like 36 weeks pregnant or something like that. It was just before they tell you you're not allowed to get onto an airplane.
Yeah.
It was then.
I went ahead and did a snapshot of a screenshot for a thumbnail because this is the first time I've seen you without a baby in your hand.
Well, I didn't have one for just a smidge this morning on Glenn and Jessica's. It happens very few and far between.
I see that.
the baby's not attached to me, but
yep.
And then I have to like do one of these, like, oh yeah, arch my back a little bit, do a couple of these, stretch it.
Now, can you only wear the I guess you would call that a baby wrap?
Mm-hmm.
Can you only wear it in the front, or can the child be in the back?
You can wear them in the back when they're bigger, yeah. I think.
Oh, okay. So they have to be a certain age.
Yeah. There's different holds for like different ages of kids. Like you could do like a side hold thing when they're bigger too, and you can hold them front wide, like they can turn around and face the front when they're bigger too. But because he's so small, he's got to be turned facing me to help support his head and all that jazz. Speaking of kids, did we see your son on Chuck's Live the other morning? Did he pop in?
No, I don't think so.
No. Is his name Ian?
On the chat. You mean on the chat? Yes, I thought you meant on with me.
No. I was like, hey, I think.
Yeah, that was my son.
And you refused to acknidge him. He's like, hey, Pop, looking good, Pop.
I didn't
Hello.
That chat was
tap,
right.
Tap.
It was going like this. I didn't even see it. Yeah, he asked me about it later on, but no, he wasn't with me physically. He was on the road. So, yeah, that was him.
And you were totally ignoring him.
I was trying to see what I could do to mess up Chuck's Live.
You almost did it.
I almost, didn't I?
Almost. So close. Yeah. Oh, you just see him popping up right there. Mike's throwing him over there. Yeah.
Until the baby goes up in his face.
Backcountry Homestead. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. What's up?
Yeah, they're East Texas. They're Jeff and Lorena. I think is her name.
I gotta write this stuff down. What? There's too many people.
Yeah, I get them. You know, the ones that get me are the Annettes and the Amandas.
Really?
I get them mixed up all the time. And
are there's not that many, I don't think.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them. Trust me. Maybe there's not a lot that you know of, but yeah. I got 1,900 lines of data right here, and there's a lot of Annettes.
I think you need to send out your little master list that you have with like your names of the channels with their actual names.
You know how much work?
And then your lives, all your lives with the times.
You know how much work that took? It took a lot. I'd be selling that before I gave it away.
Not doubting that at all. That's why you need to send it out, because nobody else is going to do that except for the mod father.
But yeah, the Manettes just got me. It took me forever to remember Camp Silky's name. She'd come up, pop up, and what was her name? Because nobody puts her name like I put mine. Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, so it's easy to remember. But Camp Silky. Then I have to remember. Well, how can I remember her name? Well, anytime you go camping, you probably want to go fishing, so you want to take a net. Camp Silky, Camp Silky.
Wow.
So that's how I remember her name. I mean, I have to associate it with something.
Whatever you got to do.
And so anyway.
Sounds like there's a lot of Texans. Yep. Apparently so. We got Texans are in the house.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
In the house.
I need to say no to what, Jen?
Moderating.
Oh, yeah, right.
Being friends with everybody.
I do say no sometimes.
Sure you do. Sure you do.
Yeah, my way of saying no is not showing up.
The cold shoulder. Okay.
That's right.
All right.
It's a whole lot easier.
Oh, you mean like you were giving me about your address? That cold shoulder?
No, that was a forgot. That was a 60-year-old thing. I kept forgetting. Yeah.
You guys, I've never had to hunt somebody down to give them something so much in my life.
Yeah. I said, is this a tax office? Who's trying to get a hold of me?
I texted his personal phone.
Oh my
The only
goodness.
thing I didn't do was send him an email at his Lazy Days email. I yelled at him on people's chats.
Had you done that, it probably would have been faster because we monitor that daily.
Your phone, your personal phone.
I don't look at no. My mom will say, "Hey, I called you yesterday. You did?"
You sound like my dad.
I just don't look at it, I guess.
Oh, look at this. Jen had to track you down too?
I don't think so.
Hmm?
Jen's got my hotline number.
Why? Because she sent you cookies?
Because she sent me cookies. Oh my goodness. And they were awesome too.
Wow.
They were amazing. So
now I know what I have to do.
Can you believe she mailed those cookies in a box with some kind of, it was
that
like
hay?
Grass.
You called it hay?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. But not a single one of them broke. So that hay worked great.
Jen, when did you actually mail that to when Jesse received it? Did you express it there or something?
I was hoping there wasn't going to be a snake in the grass. Because she had that big black snake there in her yard. So
did that give you the willies?
It did. I don't like snakes. I don't like snakes at all. And I don't care if you tell me it's a grass snake or if it's a cottonmouth or a rattler. A snake is a snake.
Here we go.
Hey. And myself.
There you go. Whoa, we got a little dizzy there.
All right, there we go.
So why are you trying to hunt me down? Are you stalking me, Jen?
Remember, I went to the post office. I had to drive to the little post office, and I didn't have your address because it was on the package at home that I had gotten from you with the vanilla. And I didn't write it down, and I didn't put it in my phone. So I had to Instagram, and then I'm like, okay, he's not answering that. And I'm standing at the post office, and then I'm like, okay, he's got to be on a live. So I'm hunting all the lives. And there he is. So I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get your address. Standing at the post office.
I got you. I remember now. Well, like I said, I'm always doing mods. So if you're going to catch me, you probably catch me on a mod. That was pretty smart thinking. Well, let me check the lives. Who's on live right now?
Jen wasn't born yesterday. She's got a few tricks up her sleeve.
I wasn't born yesterday. Yeah. Oh my
gosh. You didn't work for the CIA?
So did you send those express or something? Did they make it there the next day?
No, I'm cheap.
No.
Get out of here.
No, it was probably 3 or 4 days, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they were still that soft and delicious.
Oh,
and
I came on because it was the snake in the grass was what I got my elderberry stuff in. So River Hills.
I always reuse packaging stuff. That stuff is so expensive. I have boxes that just have old packaging in them, so I can reuse it because I'm so cheap.
Yeah.
So
So
Jen,
yeah,
you know
all
how
that stuff had
you know
glass
how
bottles
Lisa,
in it.
so you know how Lisa packed that bottle, the vanilla bottle, right? You
Mm-hmm.
got the package; it was well packed. Well, somebody else won some vanilla on another live, and we mailed it to. She's in Florida. We mailed it to her. She packed it the exact same way, and when you hold that box up, you can move it, and you can tell there's something liquid in there. Well, when they opened it up, the vanilla was crushed in the wine sack,
Ooh.
and the box was pristine. There was nothing wrong with the box.
Oh
Ah.
So
no.
somebody opened it up, the tape. They cut the tape, opened it up, crushed the vanilla, put the thing back inside, and
What
taped
would
it
be
back
the
up.
that is so much work to go. Why?
I guess when they heard the liquid or felt that it was liquid, thought maybe it might be wine or liquor or something. And when it wasn't, they got mad and
They got angry and broke it.
That's annoying.
and then they sent it off. Or whatever. But anyway, we had to put in a claim for it and see if
That's
we could get our
terrible.
postage back. But who would do that? Why?
Yeah, why? That took so much effort to do.
And the way they track packages nowadays, I'm hoping that they got some, chain of custody, to see who may have done that. Because why would you do that?
Yeah.
And it was laid in there with, all the stuffing and everything, and it was the wine sack. Thank God they're made to where nothing's supposed to leak out, and it was all in there, all crushed. So we don't. That's the first time that's ever happened, and
Yeah.
I don't know how many bottles we've sent out, but that's the first time.
Yes, that's very, very bizarre.
It's disturbing because why would somebody mess with somebody's mail like that?
Well, that's one of those creepy things I was talking about earlier that I can't share.
Exactly.
Quit teasing us with this business. If you're not going to share, then
Now you got to own up. What is it? Spit it out.
City is super creepy, man.
Unless you're going to make a video out of it. If you're going to make a video, I can see you holding back. But if you're not going to make a video,
no, she just doesn't want. She doesn't even want to go there.
Super creepy.
Then stop talking about it.
There were some, I don't know who it was. Every month or so, somebody would walk by our house, and we were right on a corner, busy corner, and they would leave like $2 or $5 and a note, and it was just rambling. It was really weird. And like change, like a bag of change and a note that was just rambling words on our porch.
Ew.
Wow.
Super creepy.
Did you call the police about it?
Ooh. No. No, we had.
Was there any name specific, like your name or anybody in your family's name on the note?
No, but it was super creepy. Yeah.
Now, it'd be real creepy if they said Jen, blah, 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 and then I'd be worried.
Danny, that was me. So actually, my friend, he owns a brewery here in town, and he had someone messing with him, and every week on the same day, someone would leave Culver's, like a bag of Culver's food and like an empty drink cup in his yard. It was every day on the same day, or every week on the same day. So then he put out a camera, and he avoided the camera, and it just like kept happening. And they kept avoiding they tried moving the camera and all this other kind of stuff. It turned out it was the people, and they had just had their first baby. So it was really freaking out his wife, who was like home alone with the kid and everything. And they had talked to the cops, and the cops were like, we can't do anything. Like, we don't know who this is. It turned out being the people that they bought the house from. They were like angry at him or something. And they kept coming back and just messing with them.
That's weird.
Yeah.
We
People
actually
are really bizarre. That's a lot of effort.
We bought our house, and then we went to church, and we were like, hey, we bought your house. go to the same church.
Oh, really? Small world.
We're like, hey,
Cool. That can be good or bad depending on how that sale went down.
Yeah.
it's good, definitely good.
Good.
Unless they're the kind of people that says, "Hey, can you tell me what y'all did back in whenever y'all did this to the house?" Or
No, it's worked out good. We were like, hey, where's the this and where's the that? And it's working out.
It's
good.
nice for things like that, yeah. And
Like,
really, I mean,
where's
I guess
the
once
septic
you
tank.
apparently the people that my dad is buying this house from, they don't know where the septic tank is, and my dad's like,
You have to know.
We need to know where that is.
Yeah.
Someone needs to find it.
Oh, they can find it. That's not a problem. Just look for the greenest patch of grass on the property.
Right.
That's usually
Debbie.
Yep.
So you guys, so I know I introduced Debbie last time. This is my friend, my coworker's wife, but you guys actually kind of know Debbie because she is the one that created my logo.
Oh, so she's the one.
Yes, I gave her the idea. But she is the genius behind my logo because she is so gifted in her artistic work. And she lives in Scary Gary. I give her husband guff all the time for living in Gary.
Guff?
Yeah. And we call it Scary Gary.
So Gary, Indiana is not like it is on the Music Man?
No.
All right. I just wanted to tease you about the creepiness.
Yeah.
Oh, you just wanted to creep us out, didn't you? Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not from there. See, she won't even claim Gary. She's not from there. They just live there.
Well, I always thought Gary, Indiana was a nice place to live. You're saying it's not?
It's just, it can be kind of
Sketchy.
shady in some areas.
Hmm.
But no, it's a fine place. I just like to give them grief. I guess it's like a Chicago thing.
Is it? Oh, so it's a suburb of Chicago?
No, it's in Indiana.
Oh, it's in Indiana. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
No, I thought there was another Gary.
No.
Gary, Indiana is the one. The only thing I know about Gary is from the movie, but I guess it's not like that anymore.
Aren't the Jacksons from Gary, Indiana?
Oh, geez, I don't know.
I think they were.
Yeah, maybe so.
No. But I told Mike, I was like, Debbie was on our giveaway. And he's like, did you tell everyone that she's the one that created the logo? And I was like, oh my God, no. But I was doing a million things on that giveaway while holding a baby. I'm like, I totally failed.
Yeah, so we know what your logo looks like, but why would you come out? How'd you come out with bare bones?
No one's actually ever asked me that.
Well, let me be the first.
I did explain it on our video explaining who we were, but I'll explain it again. So it's kind of like twofold. So Bear was our dog 2 dogs ago. We just put my German Shepherd down in January. She was 12, and that was Kaya, and she was my first dog. When she was 2, she was a really hyperactive German Shepherd, and she needed a companion. So we thought about getting another puppy. And then I thought about fostering a dog. And my coworker actually found a stray dog in the city. Her niece was in the back alley smoking a cigarette, and she was like looking down the alley one direction. And the dog came up and licked her in the face on the other side of her and scared her half to death. And so he was a stray, and they couldn't hold on to him. So I took him. He was a Malamute Chow Husky mix. And he was about 5 years old. And so I took him on, and he lived up until he was like 14 or something like that. And at first he was like we were kind of like weary of him because he was a not fixed male. You could tell he was abused. My boyfriend at the time, he had a gun, and like he could smell whenever the gun was around, and he would like freak out. And like he went to go clean it, and like the cocking of the slide, he literally like hit the deck. If you ever put your hands like above your head, he would hit the deck. Like he was very abused. And where he was found in the city, they use dogs for target practice. Like they shoot at dogs, at strays, because there's a lot of strays in that area. So he was like a really abused dog. So when we first got him, we were a little weary of him, and he ended up being like a gentle giant. And when we first got chickens, we didn't let either one of our dogs get anywhere near the chickens because we didn't know, like he was a legit stray. Like he ate rabbits and ate garbage and like had to fend for himself. Like my German Shepherd would have never lasted a day on her own. Like she was totally dependent on us. But he was not. And so I did not want him anywhere around my chickens. I'm like, I've seen you eat baby chicken or baby rabbits like a Tic Tac, like swallow them whole. Like I don't want you anywhere near my chickens. Yeah. He ended up being like a livestock guardian dog.
Nice.
He would guard them, and it was just really sweet. And he ended up being just like the best dog in the world. And so when he passed, his name was Bear. Mm-hmm. I named him Bear.
I figured that.
So part of it is naming it after him, but then like the double meaning of bear, like as in nothing. We're trying to live as frugal. I'm cheap.
That was his nickname.
Oh yeah, Bare Bones also was his nickname because when I got him, he was totally emaciated. So you could, and he was a big dog that had really long hair, but you could see his entire spine. You could see his hip bones. Like he was very unhealthy. And so his nickname was Bare Bones.
Well, your channel name is really clickbait, because when I clicked on it, I was thinking, somebody's going to show me how to live on $20 a year,
Well, yeah. And Kevin from Tuber Chat, like that was his first thing too. He's like, with a name like Bare Bones, you gotta, she's probably showing us how to be frugal. And I'm like, yes, kind of. Like that's kind of part of it. But then really it was my dog.
But it's Bear.
So that's why it's fun.
So I thought you were going to be like living in Alaska, hunting bears, living on bones.
I like that it's a double meaning.
With a bear claw necklaces hanging around your neck.
Girl in the woods.
Right. Yeah. No, yeah. I kind of like that it's kind of clickbait and that no one knows exactly what it's about. I think that works for me. And I was on Dawn from New Beginnings Life in Cyprus or whatever. I was on her live today, and she's like, what would you change your name to? And I was like, I wouldn't. I would never change my name. I don't say homesteading or fishing, or it doesn't have to fit in any category. It's just kind of open-ended.
Right. Well, Jen,
naked and afraid, exactly.
If you watched Jen's video, you know why she's got that name, Good Times Homestead, because that's all they have is a good time there.
Good times.
Oh, Danny, let's see here. Fun fact: there was 17 shootings in Chicago just over the weekend. Oh gosh.
Yeah, but she's far from the city.
Yeah.
An hour drive? You say Mike has to drive an hour?
What's that?
Mike, does he have to drive like an hour? Didn't he drive like an hour to work?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's only 26 miles from our door to our garage, but because of traffic, it's an hour.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hour and a half coming home. It's like 40 minutes going in the morning, and an hour and a half coming home.
Run us over Garden and Life says, LOL, the whole naked and afraid. Are you talking about Jen's channel?
No, when Jen was saying that we were like bears and.
Oh, okay. I thought she was saying that she thought Jen's channel was.
Oh, those Alaska shows where they kill a bear and like live off of it for the entire winter and use every bit of it.
Well, there was one that it was called Alone. Remember that one? Called
Yeah.
Alone, and that the person was completely alone. Now they say that, but there's a cameraman out there, right?
Sure, yeah.
No, on those you're your own.
Oh, that's
camera.
right. They were setting up their own camera.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
Those are
But I'm talking about some of those. Well, even the ones. What's that one? Naked and Afraid. They got cameramen. They got medics out there. They got. They're really not alone.
But Alone was alone.
Alone was alone.
That would just be like the cherry on top, Danny. We're gonna really escalate things here. Hey, Pineapple, thank you so much for coming in. You've just come in at like a prime time of our peak weirdness.
It's the end. It's all downhill from here.
It's all downhill from here. So yeah, that's the story, I guess, behind our name. Oh no, I've already told everybody, Pineapple. So what you missed is my car was totaled. We bought a new beautiful Ram, and my house has been under contract since last Thursday. Woo-hoo! And I'm moving the last week of July, and you're all caught up.
Now, man, you just missed the view there. You could have just said, "Watch the replay," and you would have got some view out of it. Watch hours.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot that you missed. We've been on for an hour and 41 minutes. I just caught you up real fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, and my dad just pulled up because he's got to help Mike go over our trailer before they go down. And he doesn't know that we bought this Ram yet. He wanted us to fix my Santa Fe. He's like,
no.
He's like, no way can they total it for airbags. I'm like, oh yeah, man.
Well, and the whole frame must have been shifted too.
I don't think so.
No?
No, because it just hit the door.
But
I don't think it would have needed an alignment. I mean, I would have done it anyway, but
yeah. I used to work for AAA and insurance and claims and stuff. So.
Insurance, no fun.
No fun.
No fun.
Yeah.
So Mike's out there showing them.
When they're mad.
What's that?
Because the only time they call the insurance folks is when they're mad or upset.
Yeah. I don't know why anyone would want to work for an insurance company.
Job.
It's not a fun thing to be doing.
Yeah,
that's for sure. You never talk to insurance companies on your best day.
No.
Unless you're selling your house, and that's a good thing. There's that. There is that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pineapple, Jennifer.
Hello.
Jennifer, Pineapple. I know, it's always really nice to put a face to a name.
My face is in my videos.
And it's Jennifer Anger. It rhymes with danger. So, in case y'all don't get her confused with another Jennifer, this is the original.
There are a couple.
OG Jen.
OG Jen.
No. Well, yeah, because there's Jens and Jennies. There aren't a lot of Jennifers. Like Jenny Goff and Jenny with somebody else. I don't know. Jesse probably knows them all. Did I freeze you? Did I break
You're
it?
out of here, Danny. See you later. Bye, Danny. Thank you for being an awesome moderator.
So
I'm teasing you, Pineapple.
So there's Jennifer from
Jenny from the block.
There's Jennifer from Dinky Crafts Jennifer. There's Jenny from Garden with Creekside. And there's Jennifer from Good Times Homestead, which is you. And there's Jennifer from your old channel, Jennifer Anger.
It's the same channel.
Then there's Jennifer Huckabee. And there's Jenny from Northern Girls Hobbies. And there's Jen from Jen and Wiley, altruistic.
What'd he say?
He's crazy.
And that's it. And that's all the Jennifers I know.
Number one girl's name in 1974.
Oh yeah, is that right?
Yeah, and all around that whole time.
Yeah. Jennifer from Homesteading on a Prayer. Yeah, I guess there are a few.
Yeah, I always
Jenny.
had 4 or 5 in each class in school.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna have to cancel this and go talk to my dad.
Yeah. Yeah. Go break it to him gently.
What's that?
Go break it to him gently.
Oh well, he's already seen it. So.
Oh, okay. Well, good
What
luck.
are you doing, Jen?
Ooh. Oh, reading the chat. Sorry.
Oh, I'm like, what? Am I missing something?
I was reading the chat.
I thought she was giving us a thumbs up and just want to make sure.
I know. I'm like, am I not getting something here, guys?
Poop, 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 poop. No, it's just I'm hot and tired.
Yeah.
It's hot and I'm tired.
Right. Exactly.
Well, thank you for
All
letting
right,
us know,
guys.
Fernando.
I will talk to you all later. Thank you all so much. Mwah.
See you
You're
later.
all great supporters.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.